At my birthday party, my parents texted, "We're going to check out your brother's new apartment. It cost thousands." I simply replied, "That's okay." They had no idea I owned a $3 million penthouse in Manhattan. When they saw the photos of my celebration on the rooftop with Central Park glittering behind us, they couldn't breathe. I got 87 missed calls. My name's Mariah Hernandez. I'm 32, the oldest, the quiet one who always picks up the tab. I'm a real estate investor. I close deals over coffee flip properties before breakfast and keep spreadsheets that would make accountants jealous. In my family, that means one thing: I'm the human credit card. Mom calls me dependable. Dad calls me when the mortgage is short. My younger brother Gregory calls when his startup needs just 5 grand by Friday. My younger sister Cara calls when her influencer gigs dry up and rent is due. I planned my 32nd birthday 6 months out. I sent real invitations, thick cardstock gold foil. I even offered to cover flights if anyone needed it. 2 weeks before the party, I called Mom from my office overlooking the Hudson. She didn't say hello. Gregory's new place is the priority. "We can't make your birthday," she said. Calm. Final. I stared at the phone. "It's the same weekend." "It became the same weekend," she answered. "You know how important this is for him. First big purchase. We need to support." "That's fine," I said. I hung up, turned my phone face down, and smiled at the empty rooftop invite list. They had no clue what was coming. If you've ever been the family ATM, hit like and subscribe, because this one's about to explode. Back when I was 22, I graduated from NYU with a business degree and jumped straight into real estate brokerage in Brooklyn. My first commission check arrived $30,000 after taxes, and I held onto it for exactly one day. My younger brother Gregory Hernandez was 18 then, fresh out of high school and begging for a car to commute to community college. "Sis, I'll be late every day without one," he texted, linking a used Honda Civic. I sent the down payment that afternoon. Dad drove him to the lot, and they came back grinning like I'd handed over a winning lottery ticket. The car became his, but the insurance and repairs quietly landed in my lap. 2 years later, my younger sister Cara Hernandez was 21 and crumbling under pre-med pressure at SUNY. One midnight call from her dorm. "I hate this. I want to be an influencer, build a brand online." Dropping science for communications meant extra tuition. Mom Wanda forwarded the updated bill with a simple note: "You're working now. Help your sister follow her heart." I transferred the shortfall from my savings, the same fund I'd started for my own place. Cara swore she'd repay once her follower count hit 5 figures. It did eventually, but the money never circled back. She posted ring light selfies instead, tagging, "Cha, blessed." By 25, I'd moved up to flipping condos in gentrifying pockets of the borough. Profits grew, and so did the family pipeline. Dad Ralph took early retirement at 55 after a warehouse injury cut his trucking hours. "Mortgage is killing us," he said over coffee, sliding the statement across the table. Wanda nodded beside him. I co-signed a refinance, covered closing costs, and handled the first year's payments. The brownstone and Bed-Stuy stayed in their name, but my credit carried the load. They threw block parties that summer, raising glasses to our anchor me, while I passed on networking trips to keep the budget tight. The requests snowballed. Gregory 20 then pitched an app for gig drivers. 10,000 seed money, Mariah. "It's gonna blow up." I wired it from a flip profit. He rented desk space in Williamsburg, posted mock-ups online. 4 months in the code, failed backers ghosted. "Bad timing," he said when I checked in. The cash evaporated into server fees, and he bounced to barista shifts, still sleeping in his old room. Cara met Kenneth Ford, her husband Kenneth, at 23, during a brand collab event. Engagement 6 months later, wedding in a Long Island City loft. "We're short 12,000 on the venue," she messaged, attaching contracts. Wanda added, "Her day shouldn't start in debt." Big sisters step up. I covered it, plus the photographer upgrade. At the reception, Kenneth clapped my shoulder. "Real one right here." His card bounced at the bar, mine didn't. Vacations followed. Wanda planned a week in Aruba. We need this after Dad's scare. Flights, resort excursions, 18,000. I booked everything using miles from site visits. On the beach, Gregory pitched ideas to tourists. Kara filmed content, Dad snored under umbrellas. Home again, no talk of splitting bills. You're in real estate, Wanda reminded me. This is nothing for you. I tested limits. Gregory, 22, needed rent after quitting a delivery job. I offered a repayment schedule. Seriously? Wanda rang within minutes. He's your brother. Guilt won, I paid. But I started locking shared accounts they'd somehow added themselves to. Kara's channel stalled at 24. Need better gear, lights, lens 4,000. I pushed back. Kenneth joined the group chat. Don't stifle her growth. Dad muttered, lighten up. I sent the money, then quietly pulled my name from their emergency contacts. The cycle locked in problem ping payout. My life paused, delayed leases, canceled dates, sidelined deals for their fires. At 28, I closed a Park Slope townhouse reno for 7 figures profit. Celebrated solo with dumplings, city lights blinking outside. Wanda texted Gregory wants a coffee cart. Startup cash, I said no. Radio silence then. He's family. Nearing 30, the drain deepened. Kara and Kenneth upgraded apartments at 25 for better backdrops. Down payment from me. Dad's routine scans at 59 billed to my card. Gregory's online course at 21 tuition covered. Wanda's refrain never changed. You're the oldest. This is what you do. I laid it out once: Sunday ribs in Brooklyn. Spread printouts across the table, transfers totaling over 150,000 in 8 years. It's not sustainable. Gregory smirked. You're fine. Kara scoffed. Petty much. Wanda exhaled. We don't tally, love. Dad flipped the channel to the game. I drove home over the bridge, Knuckles' white skyline mocking me. Walls felt necessary, but breaking the habit seemed impossible. They had no idea the flips had stacked something massive tucked away in Manhattan mine, alone. 6 months before my 32nd birthday, I decided to go big for once. I designed custom invitations, thick ivory stock, gold-embossed edges, and mailed them to everyone in the family. The card read, Rooftop Celebration, Manhattan Skyline, Saturday night. I included a note offering to book trains or Ubers from Brooklyn if needed. Responses trickled in fast. Mom texted a thumbs-up emoji. Dad sent count us in. Gregory replied with a party popper. Kara added hard eyes, and finally a real bash. I kept the venue secret from them. My best friend Trisha Hayes handled the details. She runs events for corporate clients and owed me from a deal where I found her a warehouse studio. We met at a cafe near Union Square. Rooftop penthouse, Central Park view, intimate vibe I outlined. Trisha sketched on her tablet low-key DJ spinning vinyl, farm-to-table catering with sliders and champagne towers, string lights draped over lounge seating. 20 guests max your inner circle, she said. I nodded. No family on the final list yet, but the invites were out. Weeks passed with excited check-ins. Kara asked about dress code, cocktail chic. Gregory wanted to know if +1s were cool. I confirmed everything, paid deposits from a recent condo closing. Trisha locked the DJ, a guy who mixes old-school hip-hop with jazz, and secured a florist for minimalist arrangements. We walked the space one afternoon, whined off the Park City, humming below, enough room for photos without crowds. This will reset expectations, Trisha said, snapping reference shots. Then the shift started. Gregory posted on his story grainy photos of empty rooms in Queens, caption, adulting-level homeowner. Comments flooded congrats from old classmates. I liked it, then noticed the listing link in his bio. 2-bedroom condo, asking price mid-6 figures. He called that evening. Close today, need 50,000 for the down payment, closing next month. I hesitated, remembering the app flop, but wired it before bed. You're the best, he texted back. Radio silence followed on birthday plans. I nudged in the group chat. Still good for the rooftop, Mom responded hours later. We'll try. Dad added nothing. Kara sent a vague, busy week. Trisha noticed my frown during our vendor tasting. They confirmed right. I shrugged, sampling mini crab cakes. We finalized the menu: seasonal salads, grilled skewers, dessert bar with custom macarons stamped 32. 1 month out, Gregory's excitement dominated family talks. He FaceTimed from the empty unit, panning bare walls. Hardwoods need refinishing, quotes coming. Wanda jumped in. We'll help pick paint. I listened on mute, stirring coffee. Trisha emailed confirmations: bartender, photographer, backup, rain plan, with indoor lounge. I approved, transferred another chunk for linens. 2 weeks before the date, I called Mom from site visits in Midtown. Everyone's still coming. She paused. Gregory's walkthrough is that Saturday. Agents, inspectors, the works. I gripped the phone. It's my birthday. His first home is a milestone, she said. We have to be there for measurements, appliances. You understand? Gregory chimed in on speaker. Come after, sis. We'll celebrate double. Kara laughed. Yeah, housewarming/belated. I ended the call, stared at the Hudson glittering outside the window. Trisha texted final headcount. I replied, 20 excluding family. She sent a thumbs up. The official ditch came via text 3 days later. Mom staying in Queens all weekend, furniture delivery Sunday. Sorry, honey. No apology tone, no alternative date. Dad followed, proud of you both. Gregory spammed house emojis. Kara sent a selfie with swatches. Help choose, backsplash, I typed. No problem, hit send and set the phone down. Doubt crept in, not surprise, but confirmation. The pattern from years of bailouts now swallowed my one ask. Trisha called that night. They're out, I confirmed. Then it's your night only. Let's make it unforgettable. We tweaked last details, added a saxophonist for sunset hour, upgraded champagne to vintage. I walked the rooftop alone one evening, wind whipping my hair, park lights flickering on. The space felt bigger without their shadows. Invites to colleagues went out quiet, professionals who'd seen my grind. Family remained on the original list, but expectations adjusted. The Friday before, Gregory texted photos of new keys dangling from his hand. Official owner Wanda replied with crying happy emojis. I left them on red, finalized the playlist with Trisha, and packed the red dress I'd bought months earlier. Whatever happened Saturday, the view would be mine. A week before the party, my phone buzzed during a client walkthrough in Chelsea. Unknown number, Chase Bank Fraud Department. Ms. Hernandez, we flagged a mortgage application in your name for $200,000. Signature doesn't match our records. My stomach dropped. I stepped onto the sidewalk, traffic roaring past. Send details to my email, I told the rep, voice steady. The PDF arrived minutes later. Loan docs for the Queens condo Gregory bragged about. Co-borrower, Dad. My social, my income statements photocopied from old tax returns they must have grabbed. Forged loops on the signature line, obvious to anyone who knew my tight scrawl. I forwarded to my personal banker, grabbed an Uber to the Midtown branch. Manager greeted me in a glass office files spread. Application submitted online last month. Funds disbursed to escrow yesterday. I flipped pages, property address matched Gregory's posts, down payment credited as gift from applicant. No gift letter from me. This is identity theft, I said. He nodded, pulled freeze forms. We'll investigate. Your credit's protected for now. I dialed Gregory from the lobby. He picked up on the third ring, background noise of boxes shifting. What's up? Why is my name on your mortgage? Silence, then rustling. It's not a big deal. Needed the boost to qualify. You forged my signature. Dad helped. Figured you'd cover if push came. I paced the marble floor. 200,000, without asking. Temporary bridge. Rates low, flip in a year. Profit split. Mom joined the call, her line clicking in. Mariah, calm down. We're family. You knew Dad mentioned cosign. Thought you'd agree. I stopped at the window city grid below. This crosses every line. Gregory cut in. You sent 50 grand last month. What's another loan? That was down payment. Not this. Mom sighed. Don't blow it up. Gregory's excited first real asset. Dad finally spoke, voice gruff. Helped you with your first flip. Pay it forward. I gripped the phone tighter. No. Reverse it. Gregory laughed nervously. Can't. Closing finalized. Banker waved me back printed reversal request. I signed initialed fraud report. Funds on hold pending review, he confirmed quietly. Group chat exploded next. Kara heard drama. Chill, it's house stuff. Kenneth Smart move leverage her credit. I muted notifications, rode the elevator down. Trisha met me for emergency coffee in Soho. I slid the docs across the table. They went nuclear. She scanned, eyes wide. Freeze everything joint. Now. I logged into accounts on her laptop, removed their access codes, set alerts. Evening calls rolled in. Gregory First Bank froze escrow. Closing delayed good. You're sabotaging me. You sabotaged my credit. Mom next tearful. Think of the stress on Dad. Think of the felony. She gasped. Don't threaten. Not a threat. Fact. Dad tried reasoning. We'll add you to title later. Remove me. Today. Kara video called Kenneth hovering. Selfish much. His dream home. Your husband co-signed fraud. Kenneth shrugged on screen. Business tactic. I ended it, blocked temporarily. Trisha booked a notary for affidavit of forgery filed online that night. Bank updated by morning, application flagged, funds returned to lender pool. Gregory texted screenshots of panicked emails from his agent. Fix this. Number mom left voicemail, ruining his future over paperwork. I deleted without reply. Trisha forwarded venue confirmations, catering locked, DJ playlist approved. Focus here, she said over brunch. I nodded, but anger simmered. Afternoon, Gregory showed up at my temporary office rental in Flatiron, unannounced, keys jingling. Sign the addendum, makes it legit. I stood. Leave, it's our family legacy, your felony. He paced. Rates climb next week. Lose the unit. Your problem. Dad called during the standoff. Compromise. You co-own, we pay interest, remove me, or bank escalates. Gregory stormed out, slamming the door. Texts followed. Blame, please, guilt. I forwarded to lawyer, contact, restraining order prep if needed. Trisha swung by with fabric swatches for table runners. Ignore the noise. Saturday's yours. I tried reviewing guest RSVPs. 19 confirmed, one maybe. Bank closed the case internally. Forgery noted, my liability 0. Credit monitoring activated. I exhaled in the quiet office skyline, mocking the chaos below. Gregory's last text. You'll regret this. I archived the thread, powered down, and headed home to steam the red dress. This ended now. Saturday, my birthday, arrived with clear skies over the park. I rode the private elevator to the penthouse, red dress hugging curves I rarely showed off. Trisha waited at the top, clipboard in hand, greeting the first arrivals. She had curated 20 guests, close colleagues from flips, a couple broker friends, old college roommates who knew my grind. No overlaps with family circles. Setup unfolded smoothly. The mini DJ booth spun chill house tracks at conversation volume. Catering staff arranged stations, truffle sliders on silver trays, chilled seafood towers, vegan options for the health nuts. Champagne flutes lined the bar, bubbles catching sunset light. String lights twinkled on, framing the vast green expanse below. Guests filtered in around 7. Mark from acquisitions hugged me first. This view beats any closing table. Sarah, my mentor in renovations, whistled at the open layout. You earned this. I circulated, accepting compliments, clinking glasses. Laughter rose easy, no guilt trips, no emergency wires. Trisha pulled me to the lounge area. Speech time? I shook my head, smiling. Just vibe. We posed for group photos against the railing, city lights flickering alive. Someone passed mini crab cakes. I savored the buttery bite first relaxed meal in weeks. Music shifted to 90s R&B. A partner from a Tribeca deal grabbed my hand for an impromptu spin. Loosen up, boss. I laughed, dress swirling wind cool on skin. For once, conversations stayed on market trends, travel plans, weekend hikes, not bailouts. Dessert rolled out tiered macarons in pastel shades, dark chocolate fountain with fresh strawberries. I dipped one licked fingers clean. Trisha snapped candids, grinning. These are gold. Guests mingled on sectional sofas sharing stories of bad tenants' quick flips. One investor toasted to Mariah, queen of comebacks. Night deepened. The saxophonist Trisha added joined for golden hour smooth notes floating over chatter. I leaned on the rail park dark now lights twinkling like stars. A colleague joined. How long you kept this hidden? I shrugged. Long enough. We talked shop upcoming auctions, interest rates. Brains engaged, no drama. Trisha circulated with Polaroids handing instant prints. Keepsakes. I tucked mine in my clutch me mid-laugh skyline behind. Fireworks from a distant event popped over the water, unexpected bonus. Guests oohed phones up. I stayed present, glass refilled, cheeks warm from bubbles. Midnight approached. DJ faded to slower beats. Couples swayed on the makeshift floor. I danced solo at first, then with Sarah reminiscing dorm pranks. No one asked about siblings' parents' emergencies. Freedom tasted sweet. Trisha found me near the bar. Best turnout. I nodded, surveying the room, empty plates, happy faces. Exactly 20. Perfect. She raised her phone. Story time, I agreed. She filmed a quick clip panning the view, guests cheering me, blowing a kiss. Caption best 30-second ever tagged the location Manhattan rooftop. We wrapped around 1. Staff cleared quietly. Guests hugged goodbye, promising brunches, site visits. Elevator loads descended. Trisha and I lingered, last splitting leftover macarons. You glowed tonight, she said. I pocketed a few, surveyed the cleaned space. View still stunning, quiet now. I changed into sweats in the master suite, city humming below. Phone on silent battery, low from photos. Slept deep. No interruptions, sheets cool against skin. Morning light woke me. Coffee brewed in the sleek kitchen, park joggers dots below. Trisha had left a note, epic. Call later. I sipped black scrolled guest thanks texts, smiled at Polaroids on the counter, proof of a night owned. Monday morning, early, I brewed espresso in the penthouse kitchen, park still quiet below. Phone on the counter lit up, vibrate mode off from last night. Screen showed 87 missed calls starting at 6 a.m. Kara first, then mom, dad, Gregory cycling. Texts stacked in threads. Kara's initial message. Whose place is that? Why didn't you tell us? Followed by screenshots of Trisha's story, rooftop pan, champagne tower, my red dress mid-spin. She added, Manhattan tag, explain. I sipped coffee, scrolled. Mom's voicemails piled, first calm call, back then escalating sobs. How could you hide this? Dad left, gruff ones, pickup. We need to talk. Gregory's texts rapid-fired. That penthouse yours, coming over now. Then key address group chat detonated. Kenneth secret millionaire vibes. Kara rude, not inviting family. Mom. We're your blood. I read every line, thumbs hovering, no replies sent. Phone rang again, Kara video. I let it ring out. She switched to voice note. Saw the view, Central Park. You own that background noise. Kenneth muttering. Answer, or we assume worst. Trisha texted separately. Your sis going live, heads up. Link attached. I clicked. Kara on Instagram, ring light, harsh face flushed. Guys, my sister threw a lavish party in a penthouse she never mentioned. Rich but stingy, won't help family buy a simple condo. Thoughts. Chat scrolled. Heartbreaks, question marks, fire emojis. Viewers climbed past 2,000. I muted the stream, set phone face down. More calls, mom now. We raised you better. Dad. Disrespectful. Gregory. Open the door when I get there. I checked building app, no buzz yet from lobby. Texts kept coming. Kara live stream blowing up. Admit it's yours. Mom, why exclude us? We're family. Dad pride goes before fall. Gregory share. The wealth or else. I poured another espresso, leaned on the island. Notifications pinged non-stop. Kara posted story update, blurry zoom on my tag location caption, hidden mansion. Followers tagged friends, speculation wild. Trisha called. She's at 5K views. Want me to comment? I declined. Let it burn out. She understood. Your silence speaks. Mid-morning, Gregory messaged coordinates in Uber. ETA 20. I alerted concierge, deny entry, no exceptions. Reply confirmed. He arrived minutes later, texts frantic. Security won't let me up. Traitor. Mom left another voicemail, voice cracking. Come to Brooklyn. Explain face to face. Dad followed, ashamed of us now. Kara switched to DMs. KO Kiet award goes to you. I read archived threads, cleared badges. Phone on airplane mode, briefly peace for 10 minutes. Reactivated for work emails only. Family barrage resumed instantly. Kara went live again. Softer tone. Maybe she's embarrassed of roots. Still wrong. Comments agreed, some defended. Her money. Her rules. Drama fed itself. Afternoon, Kenneth texted solo business opportunity. Partner on flips, I left on red. Mom tried group video, everyone on screen faces tight. I declined join. Gregory spammed photos, Queen's condo listing lost because of you, captioned with sad emojis. Kara reposted sister sabotage. I stepped onto the balcony, wind sharp. City buzzed indifferent. Texts slowed to trickle please, turning angry. Mom apologize or regret. Dad cut off then. Kara's final live proof she's loaded but heartless. Viewers peaked at 8,000. I watched, muted expression neutral. Evening settled. I ordered Thai delivery, ate on the couch. Phone tallied 120 missed by dusk. Kara going viral. Your fault. Mom praying for your soul. Gregory keys or lawyer. Dad done enabling. I cleared notifications, volume off. Building log showed Gregory loitered lobby earlier, escorted out. No further attempts. Trisha messaged stream archived. 10K now. I replied thanks, set phone aside. City lights blinked on park, swallowed in dark. Silence, finally mine. 2 weeks later, I logged into the last joint account from my penthouse office family emergency fund I'd seeded years ago. Balance sat at 43,000. I initiated full freeze, transferred my share to a new solo account, and revoked every linked card. Confirmation email pinged, access terminated. Bank moved fast on the Queen's condo. Lender issued default notice to Gregory, missed payments after escrow hold. 10 days later, eviction paperwork taped to the door. Photos hit my inbox from a broker, contact orange sticker, vacate by Friday. Gregory texted a blurry shot of the notice caption, "You're doing." I archived. He showed up at the Brooklyn brownstone with duffels, face drawn. Mom opened the door, eyes red. Dad carried boxes from his car. Group chat revived Gregory sleeping on couch. Thanks, sis. Mom. He has nowhere. I left on read. Kara's fallout unfolded online. First sponsor, a skincare brand, emailed termination, brand alignment issue post livestream. Screenshot forwarded by her manager. Second, fitness apparel pulled collab. Third, energy drink ghosted. Her follower count dipped 5% overnight, unfollow wave after drama clips circulated. She posted apology video, family misunderstanding. Views stalled at 20,000. Comments brutal. Kenneth messaged privately, fix her deals. Bad look. I blocked the thread. Kara tried video call from their smaller rental ring light off, makeup smudged. I declined. She switched to voice note. Lost 3 contracts. Happy Trisha forwarded industry chatter agents avoiding Kara bookings, citing toxicity risk. Her calendar emptied 2 months out. She listed ring lights on marketplace apps. Prices slashed. Mom called daily at first. Gregory eats cereal for dinner. Then Kara cries nonstop. Dad joined one evening, helped them restart. I answered once, voice flat. I'm no longer the bank. Clicked end. They tried Trisha next, she relayed. They want intervention. She refused. Lawyer drafted cease and desist for harassment, unused, but ready. Building security logged 2 more lobby attempts by Gregory turned away. Kara mailed a handwritten card. We're sorry. Need bridge loan. Returned unopened. I mailed my response single envelope. Thick stationery, handwritten. Addressed to the brownstone. Contents. Effective today. No funds, no contact unless genuine apology in writing. No excuses, no demands. Respect my boundaries or stay gone. Dropped at post office certified. Weeks blurred into routine. Mornings yoga on the rooftop park runners below. Afternoons site visits in Soho lofts, closings in glass towers. Evenings dinners with Trisha or solo takeout city glowing. Phone stayed quiet. Family numbers blocked after the letter. Gregory pivoted to gig apps, delivery shifts, tips sparse. Photos surfaced on his profile bike rack fast food uniform. Kara scaled back to micro-influencer tier free products, no pay. She moved content to Instagram views low. Kenneth took extra consulting hours overtime visible in tired selfies. Mom sold jewelry, online estate pieces from inheritance. Dad listed tools on Craigslist. Brownstone Mortgage strained late notice arrived. They applied for senior assistance programs, paperwork thick. 1 month post letter, a plain envelope slid under my door, forwarded by concierge. Mom's handwriting. Inside short note, no begging. We were wrong. Proud of your strength. Dad added postscript, sorry. Gregory's scrawl messed up. Kara's miss you. No asks attached. I read on the balcony wind-flipping pages. Set it aside, no reply yet. Boundaries held firm, peace earned. Life settled. I hosted small gatherings, colleagues, new flips, partners. Penthouse filled with laughter deals, no guilt. Savings grew unchecked. Travel booked solo trip to Lisbon, first in years. Gregory rented a studio in Jamaica, Queens, 600 square feet shared bath. Kara and Kenneth downsized to 1 bedroom in Astoria, content creation corner squeezed. Mom joined community center classes. Dad fixed neighbors' cars for cash. Final sponsor email to Kara partnership paused indefinitely. Her profile bio changed, rebuilding. Views trickled. I framed the handwritten letter reminder on the wall. Trisha visited toasted with mocktails. They're learning the hard way. I nodded. Skyline steady. Peace became routine. Mornings bright, decisions mine. The penthouse no longer secret, my sanctuary earned brick by brick. Protect your peace. Family isn't a blank check. Thank you for staying until the end. If this story hit home, share your thoughts below. What would you have done? Like, subscribe, and let's keep the conversation going.